Hey there, entrepreneur. This is the last of our mini episodes for March. If you've been listening, you know I've been doing these for the month of March in between the normal episodes, just because of Women's History Month, and just to give a little bit of extra education for you all. So if you're not familiar with me, my name is Michelle Mercier of michelleamercier.com. You can go there if you want to learn more about what I do when I'm not hosting this amazing podcast. But let me jump right in. So oftentimes my lessons come from things that I hear repeatedly from clients or from people who attend my talks, or really even myself in my daily life. And one of the things I hear quite a bit from people is, and again, let's see if this rings true for you. You have this thing, right? An amazing idea, a change that you want to make, a different approach to parenting, something that's a little out of the norm, job wise, whatever it may be, but you went to tell someone close to you about it. And you didn't get the reaction that you wanted or that you thought that you would get. They call you crazy. They act like you have five heads. They disagree with you, whatever that may be. There's so many people who have incredible, amazing ideas who decided to tell the wrong person. And those ideas never see the light of day, right? But my response to those people when they say that to me is, well, you have a choice. Number one, let's always remember we have a choice. And you can choose whether you believe them or whether you believe in yourself. And I know that that is a tall order sometimes, right? Because some of these people that we're closest to, we want their support. We lean on them in times of need. These are people that we really respect. But in those moments, you really do need to dig deep and believe in the person who's in the driver's seat, you, right? Because at the end of the day, or at the end of your life, let's even get bigger than that. There's a quote around, dying with the music still in you. Do you think that person's going to be there saying, see, I told you to make that decision? No, they're not. And I think also there are a lot of ways that look like the correct way to live life, right? You look on social, you look, you hear things generationally that are supposed to be done a certain way, right? And the thing is the biggest threat to anything is we've always done it this way. Number one, I can't stand hearing that. Well, it's always been done this way. Well, that's wonderful. Has anybody stopped to check if it should be done that way? I digress. But, you have to really get quiet and recognize and be able to recognize what is actually your thought and your feeling about this situation. The world is really noisy, right? We have people that are always talking to us. We have social media blaring at us. And unless you take the time to get quiet, you may not know what is really your belief about your amazing thing and what is somebody else's kind of hijacking it and taking it over. Right? And when all else fails, you have to find a tribe that understands your vision, right? That understands you or is in more alignment with how you want to show up. Because there are typical ways, right, of doing things. I mean, I was raised on Disney movies where every girl was, rescued by a prince, and that marriage looked like the end all be all and the thing that you wanted to get. I never watched any movies about what it was like to be a CEO, because every CEO I watched was a man in a suit, right? So there are a lot of these ways of being that we've been taught that maybe don't align with you. So you got to get quiet and then find a tribe that really understands your vision. Get in alignment with yourself first, and then get in alignment with people, who see it. And they don't have to agree with everything you do. I'm not saying surround yourself with yes men and women, right? That's not what I'm saying. But they do need to respect and support the journey you're taking. And some of these people who may be calling you crazy or may not understand or may object to your vision may not be doing it from a bad place either. I had plenty of people when I walked away from my corporate life, I was making close to six figures. I had plenty of people who had concerns, rightfully so, when I did that. But the difference were the people who called me crazy and no longer engaged and were pissed about it, or the people who respected my decision and decided to support me, and buy in, not to the vision necessarily, but to me as a person, right? You may not necessarily be able to see my full vision, but you know what I'm made up of as a person. So again, if somebody's told you lately that you're crazy, or that, you're thinking out of the box, or, you're uprooting your life, or I don't even know what it could be that they're telling you, I want you again to choose whether you'll believe them or you're going to believe in yourself. Because my money, quite frankly, is on you. All right, that's what I have for today. So if you're watching this on social media, thank you, and please share it with a friend. And if you're listening on the podcast, please don't forget to subscribe, download, rate, and review. And as always, tell a friend, because who couldn't use a little more resilience in their life, right? See you later.